Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Friday and welcome to the end of yet another week. I cannot believe how fast February is going by. I feel like I just did Friday favorites for last week. And I did, but that was already a week ago. So anyway, I hope you guys had a really good week. I had pretty good week myself. Things were a little bit thrown off because we got some snow where I live, and unfortunately for us here, we just don't deal well with that, especially when there's, when the snow crusts over and creates a layer of ice. Kind of shuts things down where I live. So, been stuck at home a little bit, but luckily I thought ahead. Sorry, there we go. Camera was all uneven. I thought ahead and got some groceries before the snow hit on, I think it was Monday. Yeah. So anyway, Stella and I have been hanging out most of the week. Didn't have school for a couple days. So anyway, I have some fun stuff to share with you guys this week. And yeah, so let's get into it. So last week I shared that the Macadamia Professionals Volumizing Mousse was a little bit of a flop for me. Only a flop in the sense of that it doesn't compare to my new favorite Pureology Silk Botifier Mousse. But that particular Macadamia Professionals Mousse, I should have brought it in here. Now that I'm thinking about it, I should have just brought it in. But anyway, that particular product does work a whole lot better when I use it in conjunction with the Macadamia Professionals Tussled Texture Finishing Spray. What I really like about this is it does really add quite a bit of texture and volume back into my hair. So I sprayed a little bit in my hair this morning, honestly, because Stella and I are just staying home today. I didn't do a whole lot with this, but this just is really easy to use to build some texture into your hair. It's just a very traditional like aerosol spray, and basically you just kind of put it in your hair and you're able to get some texture back in your hair. With my hair being really fine and thin, it definitely, when my hair is really clean, right after it is freshly washed and I'm styling it, I definitely need to put a fair amount of product in there to build the oomph back up. And products like this are great because they don't build up too much. You're not left with gross feeling hair. It's just enough body to make your hair look a little boofier, and I like this. I really do like this. This is my last can of this. I had a couple backups. This is my last can, and I will be repurchasing this in the future when I finish it because I do really like it a lot. I think it works better than a lot of dry shampoos do. I often will use dry shampoo just to get texture back into my hair, not to clean my hair, if you will. My hair's too oily every single morning to use a dry shampoo. When I put dry shampoo in my dirty, oily hair, it just gets clumpy and gross because there's so much oil. I realize that, to some people, washing your hair every single day is blasphemous, but I have to do it because my hair just gets disgusting. But anyway, I feel like I spent a lot of time talking about this. I like this. I'll see if I can find it, link it down below. Okay, another thing I will definitely be linking down below for you guys are these Derma E Hydrating Facial Wipes with Hyaluronic Acid. So every once in a while, Derma E is nice enough to send me just a random PR package. They have done that for a few months, and I really like getting stuff from Derma E because it's a brand that I have really genuinely enjoyed their products. And I've used a lot of their products, and they've been in my empties. So you guys know that I'm using this stuff and enjoying it. And I recently busted these out earlier this week. So this comes with 25 pre-moistened biodegradable wipes, which I think is an amazing thing. Wipes can definitely be one of those things where when you're going through one or two a day, you do start to think about the amount of waste that you create using a makeup removing wipe like this. I love to use these on my neck. It's a lot harder at night to wash your neck without getting your shirt all wet and just making a mess in the bathroom. So these are fantastic for that. They are super hydrating. They get rid of any remaining traces of powder foundation that I might bring down onto my neck. I don't put makeup on my neck on purpose, but whatever is left on my foundation brush, I will just kind of work down just to like have things blend a little bit more seamlessly. So these work great at removing all of that, just not sticky afterwards. You don't have to rinse, and they're just really pleasant to use. I've also used these on my eyes to remove a little bit of mascara that was left over after cleansing. They're very gentle, very hydrating, and I love that they are 100% biodegradable. That is fantastic, and I'm gonna keep buying these. I also really have liked the Ole Henriksen ones that I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, but I don't believe that those were biodegradable. These are, so this is what I'm gonna use going forward. Like this a lot. Little more in the skincare department today. Okay, hang on. Ooh, sorry, I'm dropping my stuff. Also, I sit on an exercise ball, so if you ever see me bouncing, it's because I sit on an exercise ball. Okay, I have a couple items from The Ordinary to mention today. You guys know that in the past, I think The Ordinary is great for people who don't want to spend a lot on skincare and can get the products to work for them. I have not had the greatest success with the vast majority of the products that I've used, but the two that I have really had a lot of success with and that I've been using quite a bit recently are the AHA 30%, BHA 2% peeling solution. I've been using this actually for the last couple of weeks, once a week, and you can see I'm actually almost halfway through this. This is a wonderful peeling solution. It doesn't cause my face to like molt or anything, but it really does do a good job of getting rid of, you know, any skin that might be clinging on for dear life, making my skin look patchy or rough or textured. It just gets rid of all that. And to me, this is actually pretty gentle. If you have sensitive skin, I would not use something like this. But if you have normal combination oily skin, your skin doesn't typically react to things, I would give this a try. I have also tried the Drunk Elephant Baby Facial, and the Baby Facial definitely is even more soothing. The ingredients are slightly different. They do the same thing in terms of getting rid of like dead skin and stuff, but if you have more sensitive, prone skin, maybe the Baby Facial is a little bit better for you. But for me, with my tough skin, this works just great. And it's cheap. So The Ordinary is very inexpensive. So if you are on a tighter budget, you know, there is definitely an opportunity to put together a skincare routine from them that may work really well for you personally. Okay, another thing that I've been using this week, and this is the 100% cold pressed virgin marula oil. Now, I like to use the Drunk Elephant on my face. I do splurge on that, and I pamper myself with the stuff for my face. This I've used on my face as well, and I really do think it's pretty darn close. It's a great virgin marula oil, it really is. However, I actually have been using this on my body this week. So I've been adding a couple drops of this onto whatever body butter or body cream that I'm using, just to add a little extra hydration and to help to lock that moisturizer into my skin that I'm using. And when I mix it in, it's not quite as greasy as when I just put it straight on my skin. So that's why I like to mix it in. But this is just a wonderful marula oil that helps to seal moisture in. It does make my skin feel a whole lot softer. It just soothes it. With the weather being as crazy as it has been, I've been very dry and my eczema has been going nuts. You know, the stress of moving definitely has caused my body to be like, ah! It's just, even though I try to be calm about everything, I think just my general like type A personality just kind of takes over, even though I try to be more laid back about it and just like, oh yeah, I'm doing all the things that I'm supposed to and it's fine, it's all gonna get done. Still, my like real true self is like, focus on all the things, you know, and make sure everything's done perfectly, make sure you have all the paperwork done. And we've had to have a couple of things fixed in the house and, you know, making sure that stuff's getting done. It has created stress within my body that even though I am like, I might seem calm on the outside, on the inside, I'm not very calm. So anyway, it's causing my eczema to go nuts is the moral of that story. And I have been using a lot more soothing type moisturizers and oils, and I do find that that helps to calm my eczema significantly. So anyway, this has been great for adding into body care. Let's move on. Lips. Okay, so what I'm wearing today and what I've been wearing most of this week is actually this little combination here. So this is the Smith's Rosebud Salve in just the regular like rose scent, if you will. I do this a lot, don't I? I don't need to air quote everything, but habits, right? This is really nice. I actually really enjoy this in the tub. Where's the tub? Or metal tin, if you will. This is the most organized video you'll ever see from me, she says jokingly. So I do really like this, but I thought this would be nice to pop into my purse, especially for the summertime. If you leave this in your car on a hot summer day, I'm gonna tell ya, it gets liquidy, and when you're driving around, it'll slosh around and it'll come out the sides and it'll just make a mess out of your car. Don't do that. So I figured this would be nice for summertime, but I mean, I haven't even put it in my purse yet. It's still up here. But I've been pairing this over the Taffy La Creme lipstick. Do they still make these anymore? I don't know if these are still available. If they are, I'll obviously link this. But Taffy is just a really nice pink. It's kind of a bright pink just by itself. I like to tone this down a little bit because sometimes certain pinks can look a little funky with my hair color. So when I pair it with the Rosebud Salve over top, it sort of shears this out a little bit more and makes it easier for me to pull off a lighter springy pink. And I just love the way that this feels on my lips. It is a petroleum-based product, so if you don't like that, don't get this. But anyway, this combo has been kind of rocking my world this week. If you hear some tippity tapping, that is Lola walking around. I am dog sitting for my in-laws. They are on a trip right now. So Lola, she just kind of follows me around wherever I go, which I love because I love her, but she's a stinker. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I've been posting a little bit about Lola, this little troublemaker over here. Blush this week has been a drugstore item. This is the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. I need to do a new shop my stash / beauty basket video. This is going to continue to stay in here probably throughout spring and summer, only because it's such an easy blush, and I love the texture of this. I love the way it looks on my skin. It does have a little bit more of like a sheen to it, but it's just the perfect like peachy pink. It's absolutely beautiful in its texture, the way that it wears on my skin, and it's so inexpensive. I mean, I can find these Milani blushes at my local Fred Meyer for like $8. And I think that Milani is actually now at Ulta as well. So I'll probably end up repurchasing that or anything I want from Milani at Ulta just because they get the points there, and there's points at Fred Meyer, but what are you gonna do? Another thing you can find at Ulta is Sleek Cosmetics now. And this week for my eyes, I have basically just been taking either this yellowy shade or this peachy shade and putting it on my lid and kind of calling it a day. I've been using this brush that had just a little bit of the Dolly Buxom Wild Side Spoiled Sexy shade. So it's just kind of the remnants of this shade right here. I didn't like dip into this, and I've just been, you know, putting that in my crease to like blend out the shininess of this. And I just really like the way that that looked. And I do like my powder liner, and I've just been calling it a day. So today, for example, I have the peachy shade on my lid. And by the way, this is the highlighting palette in Solstice. If you are a highlighting person, just in general, you should get this. But I really like this on my eyes, not so much on my cheekbones. I don't highlight the way that most YouTube people do, but this is a really great highlighting palette to have that you can also use on your eyes. Okay, 2 more products. So you guys know that my beloved Tarte Volumizing Brow Powder is kind of my go-to for every single day, but I do believe that Tarte is doing away with this. Before they do away with it entirely, I think I am just going to go ahead and get a couple more backups of it, because this color is absolutely amazing. This is what it looks like, by the way. Just open than that. So this is the brow powder that I use most days, but I do realize that this is not quite as readily available as the Anastasia stuff is. So I've been testing out the Brow Wiz in the color Granite, along with the Brow Powder Duo in Granite as well. So this is the like gray hair tone, I guess, that I'm kind of stuck with for Anastasia. I do really wish that they had a slightly lighter gray version of this, because most people would find this shade right here way too dark in the duo for their brows, unless you had a much deeper skin tone, in which case this is probably perfect. This shade right here, the lighter of the two, is just a tiny bit too dark, but I've been making it work. So this is what I have on my brows today. This is what I've been using most of this week. I will just line the very bottom of my brows right here to add just a lot more definition, because my brows are that like ombre powdered microblading look, and they faded quite a bit. I do like a very defined line down there. I don't really use this on the rest of my brows, just down here, and then I use the little spoolie to, you know, blend that out, and then I go over it with the powder, obviously that line that I created, and then also the rest of the brows. I really do like these Anastasia products. They are a little bit more expensive than some of the other ones. They are very good though. So I do think that you can find brow products that are less expensive from brands like NYX. They have some great options. They have a really nice micro brow pencil that I've used for a very long time, but they don't have it in a gray shade like this granite color here. So I really wish that more brands would think about people with gray hair when they are creating brow products, because there are a lot of us out there who do have gray hair, and sometimes the taupe or the blonde just really isn't the best option for us anymore. That can look a little bit orange, especially when, you know, you've got like a lot of gray in your hair. I mean, I do still have blonde going through here, but it's a dirty dishwater blonde, and you know, gray just tends to be a better color for me now brow wise. So anyway, but I do really like these products. They wear extremely well. They're great products. I just wish they were just a tad lighter. So, but overall, I've been liking that duo, and I've been liking the way that my brows look. So that is everything. I have to go make some lunch for Stella, so I gotta get going. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch. Please subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.